Nope, you're good. You're good. Here, is that okay to put it there?
That's great. Yeah.
I think it's okay if it's a little bit in the aisle. How do you feel? Are you good with that? Obviously, like, if you need me, turn around way back. I'm already looking at you. We can get there. I'll be right here. 48 people right now. I guess I could kind of show the room a little bit. Let's entertain.
Hey, what's going on?
I guess I could. I go say hi to him.
Well, I already filled out my thing.
We will get started with today's news conference in about 5 minutes. We'll share 5-minute warning for today's start of our news conference. Thank you so much.
Somebody sit by you?
I think
Oh,
So we was back here too.
right. Yes. We have anything in particular you're looking for? Is Highland an issue? Highland's a good place to have lunch. They're going to do menu. Yeah. So Highland would be, an obvious spot. Yeah, right there. Yeah, and well, the restaurant that's just right next to there that's opened up.
They pop up or not. I'm afraid to click anything.
CWs or whatever it is. 2 years it's open till 2 o'clock. It's got really good food. CW Kitchen or something like that. It's back there where Silver Kitchen is right.
is it CW?
Yeah, I got of course. I don't want to give you the wrong information. For like the there's a lot of seasons left. People will wake up. You're going to eat it. You never know. We got a great close with the health. Starting pitches average.
On behalf of Missouri State University, I'd like to welcome everybody to today's news conference, this historic day for Missouri State University. In a few minutes, I'll introduce University President Cliff Smart, who'll give some introductory remarks. He in turn will introduce Judy McLeod, the President of Conference USA, who also has some prepared remarks. And then hitting cleanup today will be Athletic Director Kyle Lotz for our news conference today. So as is customary for our media representatives who are here, we'll do questions off podium once we're concluded with all of today's speakers and guests. So with that, it's a great pleasure to introduce Missouri State University President Cliff Smart.
Thanks, Rick, and thanks everyone for being here today. This is an important day in the history of Missouri State University and significantly changes the profile of Missouri State University. You know, I often talk about the top achievements during my 13-year tenure as president as being our recognition as a professional doctoral university, the plus up in appropriations as a result of the enrollment growth we've had during that time, and the significant upgrading of all of our facilities. This move is in league with those achievements, as it will put us on the national stage in a national athletics conference. It also puts us in a league with universities more like us, and with those we aspire to be like. Of the group of 12 universities in Conference USA, 11 are public. 8 have either R1 or R2 status, with 3 being professional doctoral status, and 5 have larger enrollments than we have. This conference is stable and has rebuilt itself into a league we are proud to be joining. It is led by longtime Commissioner Judy McLeod and President Tim Caboni of Western Kentucky University, both of whom have been tremendously helpful as we navigated through this process the last 2 years. And I want to publicly thank them very much for that. This was likely the last opportunity for an FCS school to move into an FBS conference in the short term, and we are honored to have been chosen. I want to acknowledge the Board of Governors for driving this move. This was first discussed in February 2023 in closed session, and there was unanimous support for investigating FBS opportunities. And once all the options, in fact, were known, there was unanimous support for moving forward. Several board members are here with us today, including Tim Franska, our vice chair, Chris Waters, past chair of the board, Dr. Anson Elliott, and our student member Bradley Cooper. Mr. Franska will be available for media interviews following the formal presentations along with the 3 of us. I do want to say, and there have been a lot of questions about this, I do want to say that this is a budget neutral for our ongoing university operating budget. We spend about $31 million annually on athletics. We would expect to spend an additional $5 million annually when we are playing in Conference USA, beginning in July of 2025. That would put us right in the middle of the league, which is a good place to be and will allow us to be competitive. That additional money will go towards scholarships, personnel, travel, and funding for student athletes, including funding cost of attendance and Alston money for most of our athletes. But we expect to have $5 million of additional revenue through football buy games, the Conference USA media rights allocation, and reallocated fee revenue and additional sponsorship money. There will be some additional one-time cost. There's a $5 million fee to play FBS football that we have to forward to the NCAA by June 1st of this year. But I would tell you, we have received a $3.5 million private gift to go toward that commitment, which will be in the bank by the end of this week. And there is no exit fee to exit the Missouri Valley Conference, the Missouri Valley Football Conference. We'll also need to upgrade Plaster Stadium. The first phase will be a $4 million locker room project, and we have about $1.5 million money allocated for that already before we've started working on it. Both lead gifts, $5 million in total, come from longtime Missouri State supporter and friend Tom Strong. He has allowed me to share the extent of his gift. He called me Friday and said, Cliff, you're free to share that I made that gift, because he wants to encourage others to follow in that example. He will also be available for media after the presentations if you'd like to visit with Tom. Thank you, Tom. While we are ecstatic to be joining Conference USA, I do want to say it is also sad to be leaving the Missouri Valley Conference. We have grown as a university through playing in the Valley since we joined in 1990, and it has been a good place for us. We will miss the relationships we have developed there, and I look forward to one last fun year in the Valley and continuing many rivalries even when we move to Conference USA. Two final thoughts. One, incoming President Dr. Williams is completely in support of this move and has been personally involved in the meetings and presentations to and with Conference USA since being named president in March. So I want to thank him for his commitment and work to make this happen. And second, I want to congratulate Athletic Director Kyle Moats for leading the team working on this move. Folks, it does not happen without him, without his relationships, and without his reputation. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you, Kyle.
And now it's my pleasure to introduce Judy McLeod, the Commissioner of Conference USA, to make comments. Judy?
Thanks so much for coming out today, and thanks for having me here today. This is such a special time of the year with celebrating commencements and sending our students, to their next phase of their life. We're crowning our spring sports champions right now and getting ready for NCAA postseason competition. And so this is a perfect time for this announcement. And we could not be more excited to welcome Missouri State as the 12th member of Conference USA. When people ask me about college athletics these days, I will tell you, I'm pretty sure there's never been a more unsettled time. Not trying to go to a downer here, but just a reality of the landscape, and things change rapidly. There are a lot of unknowns and uncertainty and a lot of challenges, but with those challenges comes opportunity. And I think all of us, the enterprise as a whole, college athletics, each conference, each institution right now are just trying to find our path forward. And today we get to celebrate that Missouri State and Conference USA solved a little piece of that puzzle, a very important piece, that we're going to take our path forward together. And it just makes it such a special day. Our presidents, our membership, and especially our board of directors have been extremely thoughtful throughout the whole process through which we've grown our membership. And I can't thank them enough for their thoroughness and the time that they put in, and they know how important these decisions are. So we've been having conversations with Missouri State for quite some time. But we really, both sides needed to explore and make sure it was right for both of us. And I think, for us, it starts with the university and the academic reputation, which also moves over into the academic performance of the student athletes. The broad-based success that we've had in athletics here, see, I'm already saying we, so that's okay, that they've had here at Missouri State. The facilities, this incredible facility that we're standing in today, and then the commitment to improve the facilities that might not be at this caliber yet. Very important to us. The competitive budget that President Smart mentioned, They will fit right in with our group immediately. And really extremely important is the alignment from the Board of Governors on down through the administration, through athletics, and everybody being on the same page to take this step. So it's not just one thing that attracted us. It's a very comprehensive package that Missouri State brings to Conference USA. And again, we couldn't be more excited. I said earlier, there's many challenges and opportunities today, but I do want to stress the best opportunity that we have in college athletics is we get to work with young people at a time in their lives, a really critical point, try to make a positive impact. And that opportunity is worth fighting for. So we're thrilled to have Missouri State join Conference USA as we continue that fight. We forge our path forward and we embrace the opportunities ahead. So thanks again for being here today.
Welcome, Judy, and thank you very much for your support and encouraging comments. We are extremely excited to become members of Conference USA. We've appreciated your leadership and guidance throughout this process. This required a steady hand and someone with experience to help us navigate things to get to today. I appreciate your patience, candor, and trust throughout the process. We look forward to working with you and the staff at the conference office, as well as our new colleagues and institutional leaders in Conference USA. Likewise, I want to thank the University Board of Governors and their enthusiasm and support. They were behind this decision 100%. During the process, they challenged us for data, held us accountable, and asked all the right questions. They trusted our leadership team to make the best decision for our university. They also understand how this move boosts the university's profile and increases its national exposure. I can't thank them enough. President-elect Williams was also part of this process and assisted with getting us across the finish line. His experience and relationships across the country were critical. I believe he brought reassurance to Conference USA leadership as we embarked on the presidential transition, and I appreciate the opportunity to work together on such an important initiative. Finally, I want to thank Tom Strong for his support of this transformational announcement. We would not be in this position today without his continued support in many university and athletic initiatives he's involved with. Thank you so much. Yeah, another one, sure. For several years, we have been working tirelessly to improve our facilities, prioritize academics, expand opportunities for our female student athletes, increase salaries, grow revenues, commissioned an FBS feasibility study, committed to television exposure, invested in student athlete mental health, and boosted the development needs of our student athletes while focusing on being a successful, broad-based program. All these initiatives have helped us get here. Our goal was not specifically to move to another conference, but to strategically position ourselves should the opportunity present itself. And here we are. The move represents a transition to a national brand and a platform that will raise the profile of Missouri State University and Springfield itself. Conference USA is comprised of similar institutions. We look forward to traveling to new cities and broadening the educational and competitive excellence and experience for our student athletes. In our analysis, we felt Conference USA best aligned with our current academic, competitive, and budget situation. The visibility and enhanced revenue we will receive from FBS football was a driving factor. For years, we have heard from our fans that they want to play at the highest level we can in all of our sports. This transformational change allows us to do that. In addition to making Missouri State one of the just 2 FBS football programs in Show Me State, it will undoubtedly open scheduling opportunities for us that were previously not feasible. For student athletes, you'll fly more and bus less for conference games. We will have more financial resources at your disposal for cost of attendance, Alston funds, and more strategic presence in the name, image, and likeness space. I want to give a shout out to our NIL collectives, Football Players Association, and the Bears Hoops Alliance, as well as our Bears Fund, who are so critical to all of our sports as we move forward in a new era of college athletics. Much has been speculated about the travel costs. Obviously, we know they will increase. The increased revenues based as a result of this move will help cover the increases in travel costs along with the additional expenses we will need to cover for our sports budgets. I think it's important to note that our overall budget is very much in line with all the other schools in this conference. Our sport-specific budgets are comparable to others in the league. Therefore, we expect to be competitive in all sports. Competition in Conference USA will begin in all sports in the fall of 2025. Football will not be eligible until 2026, but will be eligible for the conference, or bowl eligible, until 2026, but will be eligible for the conference regular season championship in 2025. We will also need to find membership for men's soccer and both swimming programs after the 2024 season. We've already been working on this just in case we can't remain in the Valley in those sports, which would be our first preference. I feel like we have a resolution regarding those sports very soon. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge the Valley and the Missouri Valley Football Conference. They have been a great home for our institution for the past 34 years. There is no question the Missouri Valley Football Conference is the toughest FCS football league in the country. The competition we face in our league has prepared us well for Conference USA. Every week we play a potential playoff contender or a nationally ranked team. We respect these leagues in every way, and we look forward to our farewell tour in the upcoming school year. I want to thank President Smart for his leadership throughout the entire journey. As we always do, we worked together throughout the courtship and navigated the process with constant communication and trust in one another. His counsel has been invaluable throughout his tenure, and this situation was no different. He has been a great confidant, colleague, and mentor. This accomplishment only adds to his legacy. We would not be here today without without the efforts of Cliff. I will miss working with him, but more importantly, I will value our continued friendship. Sorry about that. A lot of work on this, a lot of work. Finally, we were recognized and selected because of university statue and our leadership team. We were also an attractive choice because of the city of Springfield and this region, as well as the success of our athletics department. That all happens because of people pulling together to make things happen. Conference USA believes in us and believes Missouri State will be a viable and valuable asset to the league. That's the ultimate compliment. Together, the time has come for us to think big and be bold. We can't wait to get started. Go Bears.
Once again, on behalf of everyone up here and on behalf of Missouri State University, thank you guys so much for being here today, again, for this historic announcement. And for those who would like to talk to our speakers and guests and others who have been introduced today, please stick around to do so. We thank you again, and go Bears.
Since Hammonds. My day is set.